The Chosen Season 5 is finally here, but what they didn't tell you is how tricky it's become to actually watch it. Millions of fans around the world are frustrated, confused, and honestly feeling left out. Why? Because it's not as simple as opening the app anymore. But don't worry, I'm about to tell you exactly how to watch The Chosen Season 5 fast, and yes, for free. No waiting around, no spoilers, no empty promises, just the truth. And while we're at it, we need to talk about the chaos this season brings, the heartbreaking path Judas is walking, and how Paris Patel was right all along. Because The Chosen Season 5 is not just another season, it's a turning point. And you deserve to see it now. Let's start with the truth. Watching. The Chosen Season 5 isn't as easy as it used to be. In the past, you'd simply open The Chosen app, hit play, and the newest episode would be there. But this time, everything has changed. When Season 5 was released in theaters, many fans assumed that the app would follow just a few weeks later. But instead, fans were left in the dark only to find out that a special streaming deal had been made, one that changed the entire release strategy. And let me be honest, it caught a lot of us off guard. Because for years, this show was praised for being accessible to everyone everywhere, and suddenly the newest season is locked behind Prime Video for 90 days. That's right, unless you're a Prime subscriber or willing to pay, you're stuck waiting. And while many understand the reasons behind it, that doesn't make it any less frustrating. Especially when you see spoilers floating around online, people already dissecting the Last Supper, Judas's betrayal, and Jesus' final days while you're still waiting just to watch episode 1. But before you give up, listen closely, because there is a way to watch the season faster, and yes, without paying. Now let's be clear, this isn't about cheating the system or breaking rules. It's about knowing what your options are, what platforms are available, and what the creators themselves have confirmed, because there are still ways, official, accessible, and legal ways to watch The Chosen Season 5 without waiting months. But first, we need to talk about what's really happening with this release. According to Dallas Jenkins himself, the decision to partner with Prime was made so the show could grow and reach more people. And I get that. After all, box office numbers for Season 5 were absolutely massive, over $60 million, which is more than both Seasons 3 and 4 combined. That kind of success doesn't just happen. It's the result of a global movement. But at the same time, the shift in strategy left loyal fans confused and disappointed. Many of us supported this show from the very beginning. We told our families, our churches, our friends. We watched, we donated, we shared. And now, when the biggest season yet drops, we're told we have to wait. But here's the twist. Jenkins also confirmed that this is only temporary. After the 90-day window closes, the season will become available on the Chosen app. And here's the part most people are missing. Those 90 days started counting from June 15th, not from the theater release. That means international and app access could arrive as early as mid-September. But if you can't wait until then, and honestly, who could blame you? You need to know what to do next. So now that we know what's really going on behind the scenes, the shift to Amazon, the 90-day delay, and the growing frustration among loyal fans, let's talk solutions. Because The Chosen Season 5 is not just something you wait around for. It's the kind of story that demands to be seen the moment it drops. And the good news? You don't have to sit in silence for 3 months while the rest of the internet spoils every miracle, every betrayal, and every tear that falls from Jesus' face. You can watch it now, but only if you know where and how. So, let's break it down. Right now, The Chosen Season 5 is officially streaming on Amazon Prime Video, both in the US and in several other countries. That includes the full first episodes. Yes, the ones where Jesus prepares for his final journey, the disciples begin fracturing under pressure, and Judas's tragic arc begins to unfold in terrifying detail. The Amazon deal gives Prime users full access, but that's the catch. Not everyone has Prime, and not everyone wants to pay just to watch one show. But here's what most people don't realize. Amazon Prime has a 30-day free trial. That's right, free. No tricks, no ads. If you haven't used a trial in a while, or you use a different Amazon account, you can activate that trial, binge the entire season, and cancel before you're charged. It's completely legal, completely official, and completely in line with what the Chosen team supports. Why? Because at the end of the day, they want people watching. They want the story to spread. And they've said so in interviews. Dallas Jenkins himself admitted that while the Prime deal was a strategic move to help fund future seasons and reach a wider audience, he still believes in open access. That's why The Chosen app will still release Season 5. Just not yet. But if you want it now, a free Prime trial is your best bet. And if you're outside the US, there's more good news. The Chosen Season 5 is also streaming on other platforms depending on your region. In the UK, for example, you can access Season 5 through Prime Video, and in some areas, Angel Studios has begun staggered releases. The Angel Studios app has hinted at bringing back episodes for limited-time viewing, so always check their schedule. There have also been whispers about BYU TV airing reruns of earlier episodes, followed by exclusive premieres in some countries. So the trick is simple: stay alert. Sign up for notifications on both the Angel Studios app and the Chosen app. And check Amazon in your country because some regions are getting episodes earlier than others. Now, let's talk about the real reason you can't miss Season 5 and why watching it as soon as possible matters. Because this season is not like the others. Gone are the quieter moments of preparation, the long stretches of ministry. What we're stepping into now is the storm, the chaos before the cross. Judas is front and center in this arc, and Paris Patel delivers the performance of a lifetime. We see his fear, his desperation, and the slow unraveling of everything he thought he believed. There are scenes, no spoilers, but you'll know them when you see them, where his eyes flicker with guilt and confusion, where he watches Jesus perform miracles and yet still feels left out, invisible, uncertain. And you'll want to scream at your screen, "Don't do it, Judas. Please don't do it." But deep down, you know what's coming. The betrayal is coming, the kiss is coming, and the Chosen doesn't shy away from the pain. That's why you need to see it for yourself, unspoiled, unfiltered, and as raw as it was meant to be. And it's not just Judas. This season pulls every thread tighter. Peter's rage is boiling over. Mary is breaking under the weight of what she knows is coming. Matthew is desperately trying to keep the group together while silently fearing that the worst is yet to come. And Jesus is different. There's a sorrow in his smile, a heaviness in every step. Because he knows what's coming. He sees the cross. He feels the betrayal before it even happens. And yet he still loves them. He still washes their feet. He still calls Judas friend. And that's what makes this season unforgettable. And here's the best part. You don't have to be alone in figuring all this out. The Chosen community is massive, and across Reddit, Discord, Facebook, and YouTube, thousands of fans are tracking every update, every trick, every streaming loophole that can help more people see this season. Some fans have even shared that if you have certain phone plans, like T-Mobile or Verizon, you may already have free access to Prime Video and not even know it. Others are swapping devices with family members, sharing access temporarily, or watching through Amazon Fire TV deals that offer bundled streaming. So, if you're resourceful, this season is not out of reach, not even close. And finally, if you absolutely can't get access right now, don't lose hope. Because the Chosen app will bring the season home. Dallas Jenkins has already said that once the exclusive Prime window closes, episodes will drop on the app most likely all at once. That means by late September or early October, the full season will be available to stream for free worldwide, no subscription, no paywall, just the story as it was always meant to be. And when that happens, the experience will still be powerful, still heartbreaking, still holy. Season 5 of The Chosen is not just a continuation of a series, it is the edge of the cliff. This is where the story tilts toward tragedy, where every step the disciples take is one step closer to betrayal, denial, and the cross. And at the center of it all stands one man, Judas Iscariot. If Season 4 hinted at his restlessness, Season 5 makes it inescapable. This is Judas's season. His fall, his heartbreak, his slow descent into darkness. It's all here, and it's unlike anything fans have seen before. And what makes it so haunting is that it's not evil in the traditional sense. It's not sudden, it's slow, painful human. Judas doesn't set out to betray Jesus. He sets out to help him, to protect him, to force his hand. But that is the great tragedy of Judas. He misunderstands who Jesus really is. And that misunderstanding, born of fear, pride, and longing, will shake the world. From the opening episode of Season 5, we begin to feel the distance. Judas no longer walks with the same fire as the other disciples. His eyes dart. His mind races. He's there, but not really. He watches as Peter takes leadership, as Matthew grows closer to Jesus, as James and John, Mary and Thomas all begin to trust more deeply to believe more fully. And Judas? He's slipping. He smiles, but it's forced. He asks questions, but they come from doubt, not faith. There are moments, quiet moments, where we see him standing alone, staring at Jesus from a distance. And you begin to realize this isn't just the story of betrayal. It's the story of a man who wanted to belong, but never truly did. What makes Season 5 so heartbreaking is how compassionate it is toward Judas. Paris Patel doesn't play him like a villain. He plays him like a man breaking in slow motion. You see it in the way he flinches when Jesus talks about sacrifice. You hear it in his voice when he challenges the plan, when he questions the path to Jerusalem. You feel it in the silence after, a miracle when Judas looks not amazed but afraid. Because deep down, Judas is waiting for the moment Jesus will rise up, overthrow Rome, and take his rightful place as king. That's the Messiah Judas believes in. That's the revolution he signed up for. But when he sees Jesus embrace children outcasts and the broken instead of building an army, something inside Judas begins to fracture. And by mid-season, the cracks are too deep to hide. There's a scene, no spoilers, but you'll know it when you get there, where Judas is offered a choice. Not a dramatic one, not a dagger in the back kind of betrayal. A quiet offer, a chance to help Jesus move forward. A suggestion that maybe he just needs a little push, a nudge, a wake-up call. And Judas, in his twisted love for Jesus, says yes. He believes he's doing the right thing. He believes the arrest will force Jesus to act. He has no idea what's actually coming. And that is where the tears begin. Because the chosen does something so few shows ever dare. It breaks your heart. With the villain, it makes you understand him. It makes you grieve for him. And when the final betrayal begins to take shape, you're not just watching history unfold, you're watching a soul fall. But Judas is not the only one unraveling. As the story hurtles toward Jerusalem, the entire group begins to tremble. Peter senses something terrible is coming. He's angry, restless, protective. He lashes out, argues with Jesus, even questions his mission. But underneath it all is fear, the fear that he will fail. And he will. Season 5 doesn't let him off the hook. The seeds of denial are already being planted. We see him trying to take control to stop what's coming, but he can't. None of them can. That's the unbearable tension of this season. Everyone feels it. Mary, Thomas, Andrew, they all know. They may not understand the how, but they feel the weight. The shadow of the cross is growing. And Jesus, he walks straight into it. What's so powerful is how the chosen shows Jesus in this season. He's not cold, he's not distant, but he's resolved. You can see it in every scene. His eyes are still kind, but they carry a burden. His laughter still comes, but it's gentler now. He holds the children closer. He speaks softer to his mother. And when he looks at Judas, there is no anger, just sorrow, deep, heartbreaking sorrow. He knows what's coming. He knows who will betray him, and still he loves, still. He teaches, still. He serves. And when he finally begins his walk to Jerusalem, you can feel the air change. It's no longer just a journey. It's a funeral march. The death he's walking toward isn't just his. It's the death of innocence, of friendship, of comfort. Everything is about to change. And here's why all of this matters. Because Season 6, the final season, is already being called the most devastating chapter of all. And Season 5 sets every single domino in place. By the final episode, the betrayal is near. The upper room is in sight. The Garden of Gethsemane is calling. And when it ends, it doesn't feel like an ending. It feels like a gasp, like the moment before the fall, and you know it's coming. The soldiers, the kiss, the trial, the cross. But this time you'll feel it like never before, because the chosen has made you walk the road, has made you feel the dust on your feet, the ache in your chest. You won't just watch Jesus suffer, you'll walk with him. And you won't just see Judas fall, you'll mourn him. Because you know he loved Jesus in his own broken way. The heartbreak of The Chosen Season 5 isn't just in the story, it's also in the waiting. Fans around the world are asking the same urgent question: when is Season 6 coming? The truth is painful, but it's one that every fan deserves to know. Season 6 has been delayed, and not because the creators lost interest or the story hit a wall, but because money once again is standing in the way of a story that needs to be told. Yes, The Chosen is a global phenomenon. Yes, it's been streamed hundreds of millions of times. But that doesn't mean it has a blank check. In fact, it's the opposite. The Chosen is still completely crowdfunded. Every episode you've ever watched was paid for by fans, not studios, not investors. You end. Right now, Season 6 is on pause because the funding hasn't reached where it needs to be. That's the hard truth. It feels surreal, doesn't it? A show this powerful, this beloved, this important, waiting on donations. Waiting for enough people to say, yes, I believe this story matters. And yet that's exactly what's happening. Filming for Season 6 was supposed to begin earlier this year, but the schedule was pushed back. Why? Because they didn't have enough money to go full speed. Dallas Jenkins, the show's creator, has been honest about it. He refuses to cut corners. He won't rush the final season. And he definitely won't water it down to please Hollywood executives. So instead of compromising, he paused. He made the gut-wrenching decision to hold back until the full season can be made with the quality and care it deserves. That takes courage, but it also takes help. It takes us. Many fans assumed Season 6 would arrive quickly after the emotional storm of Season 5. But this delay reminds us The Chosen is not normal TV. It never was. It doesn't belong to Netflix or Disney or any network. It belongs to the people. And that's beautiful, but it's also risky. Because crowdfunding is powerful, but unpredictable. One month, the donations pour in. The next, they trickle. And when you're trying to create something as complex and beautiful as the final season of Jesus' life on Earth, you can't rely on chance. You need support. You need commitment. And right now, the team behind The Chosen is in a battle to finish what they started. They know how this story ends, but they can't get there alone. What's even more frustrating is that the delay isn't about salaries or special effects. It's not greed, it's about basics. Sets, crew, locations, costumes, editors, translators, distributors, all of it costs money, and most of it is upfront. That means they need full funding before filming even begins, and they're not there yet. Wait. Goal is clear, fully fund Season 6 so that production can begin and release can follow within a year. But that timeline is fragile. Every month of delay pushes everything further. And for a story that ends in the most sacred event of history, the death and resurrection of Jesus, that delay feels almost unbearable. So where does that leave us, the fans? It leaves us with a choice. We can wait and hope, or we can act. Dallas Jenkins and his team have made it easy to support. Through the Pay It Forward program, fans can donate any amount to help fund Season 6. Every dollar goes straight into production. No fluff, no waste, just story, just impact. And here's the incredible part. Your support doesn't just fund your experience. It allows others, millions of others around the world, to watch The Chosen for free, in their language, on their device. Without cost, that's the mission. That's the miracle. And that's why your help matters now more than ever. There's something almost poetic about this delay. The story of Jesus, his ministry, his suffering, his resurrection, has always relied on ordinary people stepping up in faith. Women who gave their coins, disciples who left their nets, followers who believed in something bigger than themselves. And now, it's our turn. If you've ever cried watching Jesus heal the leper, if you've ever felt your heart ache when Peter fell into the water, if you've ever seen yourself in the doubting, the weeping, the breaking, then this moment is yours. Help finish the story. Help bring Season 6 to life. Because what's coming is the most sacred, most painful, and most redemptive chapter of them all. The final hours. The arrest, the cross, the empty tomb. We are standing at the edge of history. The story is written. The scripts are ready. The cast is waiting. The world is listening. All that's missing is the green light. And that green light doesn't come from a studio. It comes from us. From every fan who believes that this story still matters. From every heart that knows this is more than entertainment. This is a calling. So don't let the story stop here. Don't let it fade. Help carry it to the end. Help bring The Chosen Season 6 to life. The chosen may end, but the invitation remains. Come. And see come and follow. Come and be chosen. Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe our channel for more updates. Thanks.